Can you walk us through you have these different tools within Micromine Alastri. Can you maybe choose one and sort of walk us through either the usability or what a client will actually be seeing in the tools?
Yeah. So I'll take you through a couple of our products. So there's actually 5 products in the Micromine Alastri suite. We've got Rapid Reserver, where we define our scheduling, or effectively set up our scheduling inventory, haulage, point-to-point cycle time analysis, and fleet matching, so trucks to diggers, and then we use that to inform and constrain the scheduling process. Tactical scheduling, production scheduler, and then spatial conflict metrics as well. So we'll take a couple of those products that are really key, a Rapid Reserver, where we set up our scheduling inventory, and we need the detail in that scheduling inventory because that'll give us the information that we need during the blending process. And then we'll look at tactical, where we can actually set up some targets through product specifications and then see if our schedule results are actually aligned with them. You'll see in the example they're not, and how quick it is within tactical scheduler to rerun a different scenario and bring it back online, within target. We'll start with Rapid Reserver. So we're taking a look now. So inputs into Rapid Reserver, we have our resource model and we have our pit designs. We take those pit designs, which we convert to solids, we interrogate it against the model, and we effectively get our scheduling inventory. But we want sort of a level of detail in there that allows us to have different, material types of different qualities and different grades that we can pick and choose when we're trying to optimize in terms of getting that optimal blend through our schedule there. So you'll see in the video, we just set up the res model and we've created some different grade specifications for low grade, medium grade, high grade. So we've got those different sources that we consider when trying to achieve a particular blend. So that's on the resource side. Then within the software, we also have it on the source side. So we have our pits, which are cut up into different stages, and that's sort of informed by the strategic planning process. Then we can take those stages and then we can cut them up into benches. And then as we move later on, we can take each of those benches and then we can cut them up into blast blocks and then cut them up into dig blocks as well. And then within each of those dig blocks, we know how much high grade, medium grade, low grade material that we have. So a lot of different options there that we can use when we're trying to achieve a particular blend. And we set up all that information through Rapid Reserver, and then we carry that scheduling inventory through to tactical scheduler. So that was a bit of a sneak peek in terms of how we set up our scheduling inventory and the tools within Rapid Reserver. Going to move on to tactical. I've sort of skipped over a number of steps, but if we demoed the full software suite, it's a few hours. We're just trying to trim it down and show you a few things that are really specific to blending. We have the ability there to target different product specifications, whether it's source to destination. There's higher and lower value transactions. So if we don't need to send material to a stockpile and then rehandle it, it's obviously lower cost, less equipment hours, and we're not double handling material. So often when we run our blending, we're going to try, if it's possible on that particular operation, to direct feed as much as possible, and then use the stockpiles thereafter. So there's optimizing around that. And then also, this data set that we're looking at is a dummy iron ore mine. So we're really trying to target that FE grade and get it within certain bounds. And then some contaminant grades as well, alumina and silica, which is quite common in a mining operation. So we've got some product specifications. There's many different examples, but what we're going to do is sort of set up a dummy cash flow that we're optimizing on. It's not a real cash flow. It's not used for any financial analysis whatsoever. It's just really to help drive the LP algorithm that's running in the background that's optimizing that blend. So we'll play through there. We've got a crusher cash flow, and then we've got some grade targets on Fe, alumina, and silica. We've set them up And then we're into the schedule run mode. We're going to run the schedule. We won't make any changes, and we'll just see what results it gives us. And then we've also set up some min and max grade bounds, so we can quickly see when we hit that run button whether we've met our targets or not. And then after that, we can sort of, okay, we've looked at the numbers. We can go and switch over to the animation and see where we're mining at what time, and what material we're pulling off stockpiles as well. So this is one of the real strengths of the Alastri software. You get all the numbers and those metrics, and you can see them clearly on the calendar, what periods you're meeting targets and what periods you're not. But you can also see those results visually, which gives you the chance to inspect whether that mine plan is actually operationally achievable in practice as well. You can see where each piece of equipment is working at any given time. So looking at the scheduling results, number of periods we didn't meet our targets. So this is one of the real strengths of Alastri software. I've used some of our competitor products, and actually used them out in the field. And one thing that was, you can make it work, but to run a new scenario, you have to copy and paste the entire project. And then you end up with like 20, 30 different project files, and it can be really hard to sort of keep track of what was what. So within the software, we can do a quick, simple copy and paste of that scenario and then go and change an input. So what we're doing here is actually telling it that grade, the FE grade, is really important to us. So we're upping the deviation penalty, which effectively brings the result back towards that target and says, hey, this is what we really want to focus on. So we've upped that there. We're going to rerun the schedule, which goes by quite quickly. And then we'll see the new results. And where we had a lot of red before, now that's been removed. And for most periods, we're actually sitting within those grade targets now. And we can flip between the two scenarios and see the difference. Okay. And then we can actually take a look within the software and see what contributed to that change. And in this particular case, our mining sequence hasn't changed because we haven't told the software to change the mining sequence. But what it's done is look at our stockpiles and pulled material on and off from those different stockpiles to meet that particular blend. And then we can take that information and pass it down the line, hopefully ending up in execution. And then they know on what day that I need to pull this amount of material from this stockpile, this amount from that other stockpile to achieve that target.